Weddings-ish, 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 with Jove.
Our wedding day was perfect, but 18 months ago, I was overwhelmed, behind, and buried in spreadsheets with 300 tasks ahead of me. Then I found Pearl Planner. Now Pearl Planner gets everything out of my head and off my list. It's like having a type A best friend who helps you plan your wedding, except she's powered by AI, so you won't wake her up when you message her at 3 a.m. I just answered a few questions and boom, vision board, personalized checklist, tailored to my style, my budget, and my venue. No more spreadsheets I forget to update, no more sticky notes stuck to my dog. Everything is in one place and it actually makes sense. This morning I said, Pearl, my mother-in-law added 7 more guests. Help. Pearl just took care of it so I could take care of myself. When I want to check things off, I do. When I don't, I just ask Pearl AI to help. Dress recs? Done. For me, my bridal party, my cousin who insists on statement sleeves? Handled. Need help wording your invitation? Pearl's got it. Need honeymoon recs? Already packed my sunscreen. And because Pearl's connected to David's bridal, every purchase earns me diamond points. So yeah, I'm literally planning my way to a free honeymoon. Planning doesn't feel like a second job anymore, it feels fun. Pearl Planner. Wedding planning powered by AI, fueled by love. Start planning now for free.
Well, hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to Weddings-ish with Jove, a podcast all about love, joy, and weddings-ish with a special guest. This episode, I couldn't be more excited to be joined in studio by newlyweds, choreographer and dancer Khasan, and Jason, who works in HIV prevention and sexual health. Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Of course, I'm so honored that you're here. Your wedding was so beautiful.
Thank you. I know, we're still sort of like floating.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm still in cloud now.
I was going to ask, so this was last month you were married, May?
3 weeks tomorrow.
3 weeks tomorrow. Okay, so 3 weeks after the wedding, you're still on cloud 9.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, it really I'm getting married next week. And
my
so
God.
now I'm like in this
Out
here in the city. So like now I'm asking these questions with a totally different and selfish lens.
Yes.
But I'm happy to hear that you're still floating 3 weeks later. What was each of your favorite part of the wedding?
That's such a good question. And I feel like friends keep asking it. It's hard to narrow it down.
I know there were so many good things, but for me,
Gutturally, like instinctually, what is it?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was. For us, I was thinking of it as like an event for our friends.
Okay.
So then seeing everyone like have so much fun at something that you've put so much work in and like, planned it, I was just like, there was a moment on Saturday at the after party where we like went and just sat and watched for a while as like spectators.
Oh, that's at your own wedding.
Yeah. So like
I love that.
we snuck away, we went back like as far as we could and like we could see everything
And watched everyone.
and just watched.
And
that
you
was,
were like,
yeah,
we did that.
It was just one of my favorite parts because it was like my grandpa was on the dance floor with friends, my aunt dancing with friends. We're like, this is so cool. Our parents dancing. I'm like, I just love this mix that has never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my favorite part.
That was your favorite
seeing
part.
everyone like just like mingle and enjoy themselves.
I love that. And what about you, Jason?
I think so. We had our Friday welcome party where we saw most people for the first time, and we would go to introduce someone like disparate friend groups, and they'd all met at the pool or at a restaurant.
Oh, like already
like
naturally.
Everyone had already been like mingled
Got
with
it.
all the people we love, so it was just special that everyone was already sort of like gelling so well.
Yeah, this community hug feels like it was a big part of your weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you didn't host one day, you hosted 3 days.
Yes.
And you also hosted 4 or 5 events in those 3 days.
Yeah.
Like she was not a simple affair.
No,
She was not.
it wasn't easy to get to. So it was pretty like we were asking a lot because there's nothing else over there.
Yeah.
There's only one host hotel, so we're like, okay, if we're asking people to do this with us, let's give them an experience.
You wanted to be the hosts with the most.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just we wanted everyone to just have as much fun as we did there. And we love tennis, so that we kicked it off with the tennis tournament.
I was going to ask, so you had a tennis tournament. We'll walk through it all, and then I want to dive into the details. Friday during the day or Saturday was the tennis tournament?
Friday during the day, we had a tennis tournament.
Yep, and then Friday night, welcome party.
We had a welcome party.
Saturday during the day.
It was free because we were kind of doing
You were
family
busy.
stuff. Yeah.
So pool or beach or whatever they wanted.
Pool, beach, anything.
And then the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
after party.
Yes.
And then Sunday.
We had like a recovery beach club.
Okay. A recovery beach club. That's genius.
I think, and it's funny in retrospect because we were like, we want to make something fun and it's everyone's last day and it's sort of like casual for the first time.
And they're exhausted.
Yeah. And I think we realized in retrospect, like everyone was expecting like a croissant and like sort of like a little breakfast or whatever.
Like a hotel brunch kind of thing.
What is this?
Yeah.
So it was a blast.
I love it.
Yeah.
With IVs included.
Oh, for everyone, or like you signed
had like 50,
up?
Yeah.
But 50 is substantial.
Yeah. We were like,
That's
okay,
amazing.
whoever gets here first can.
Yes. If you partied late and came on time, you get an IV.
Well, we first asked our wedding planner, who named Maria. She's the most amazing human.
Yeah.
But we were like, IVs, and she was like, what do you mean? And we were like, she didn't understand. So I was like, I'll send you a picture later. She was like, I'll say this. If it's legal, we can do it. If it's not, maybe.
If it's not, don't put it in an email.
Right, exactly. Call me and then we'll talk.
But coordinated for 40 people.
That's incredible. Like literally laying on beach chairs, getting it while drinking.
While drinking champagne.
That was
the funny thing because it was like we're getting these IVs, but everyone had a drink in their hand.
Yes,
like,
dehydrate, rehydrate,
all at once,
and soak up the sun all at once. This sounds so amazing. So how did you choose Mexico? It was in Tamarindo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jalisco. Where do we start? We looked in Palm Springs first.
We looked everywhere.
Oh, all over the world. Did you have like an initial idea, or you just kind of were very open?
I mean, to his credit, he researched, I don't know, like 200, 300 places. I mean, he had a spreadsheet.
200 to 300?
Yeah, I was looking at everything.
So
on a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Will you share it with me?
Yeah. Oh my God, no! I cannot wait. I was saying this. I can't wait to.
Wow.
I have so many good sheets. If you need templates.
But did you like call people, or you just were like looking on the internet?
I would just look, and then like as we like narrowed it down, I would like be the one to email and call and kind of like figure it out. But we saw Palm Springs. We looked in Palm Springs first, and then.
Where in Palm Springs?
The Parker.
Beautiful.
Ace.
Yeah.
And.
Cool.
Right. And then.
But you were smart.
What was the other
with your final decision?
Well, one of our girlfriends, like we told people, we're like, oh, we're looking at Palm Springs. They're like, why? That's so like, you guys are beach people. Like all your vacations.
And you're gonna go to the desert.
And they're like,
right.
Yeah, you're gay, but you're not. You're beach gays.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out a way. Like his family's all West Coast and mine's all East Coast.
Got it.
So we're like, I think we were thinking a little too much about making convenient. So
for
his
them.
girlfriend Tracy, who he's worked with forever, was like, you got to go to a beach.
Yeah.
It has to be on a beach.
It's who you are. Yeah, it's what you want.
Yeah. That's what we always do. So that's kind of helped us narrow it down. Then we're like, okay, cool, Mexico. And then we were looking at Cabo mainly. Yeah. And then.
Because it's easy, too. You can fly. The airport and the hotels are right there.
Yeah. And then we saw this one. They were like Instagram friends who I've never met. But like we talk about vacations only on like Instagram.
I love that.
And then they were at this.
I love the internet.
They were at this. I know, it's amazing. They're at this place. And I was like, where are you? And they told me. And they were like, oh, do you want me to go do like a walkthrough? They literally went and like made a video for us and DM'd it
literally
to me.
like Insta friends.
Yeah. Insta friends. Never met, but we only talk about like cool, like, oh,
travel locations.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So then they did that. And I was like, Jason, we need to add this on. So it was actually the very last.
It was number 301 on your spreadsheet.
6th in looking.
Okay.
In seeing 6.
So you saw 6. Oh, in Mexico.
Yeah, we saw 3 in Palm Springs and 6 in Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. But you want to see them all because it's a big decision.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
what was now? To me, it's so not. But I guess when.
But did you go for like a week, or or you backed them in like a couple of days?
We were there for like 4 days in Cabo, I think, and then we spent 2 days in Tamarindo, where we ended.
Where you ended
fell in love.
Yeah.
But it was funny because we had this one place we really liked, but when we ended up at Tamarindo, when we first walked in, we were like, it's just so breathtakingly beautiful and like grand. So at first I was like, there's no way we can do this. So even when we were visiting, it was kind of like
a hope or a dream.
Yes. Yeah. It was like a nice that we got to visit.
I understand.
It was wild.
Yeah, and then it actually ended up working out. That's incredible. So what was the clincher between all the 6 destinations? Because I think you're not alone. A lot of couples look at a lot on the internet, on Instagram. They visit a few, but how did you like decide that was the one out of the 6?
Well, we played a fun game.
Okay.
Like, we met with this wedding planner ahead of time, and she just told us she was just like, don't think about anything. Like, enjoy this. Like, look, but like you don't have to make a decision on this trip. Okay. So then we were like, okay, let's not tell each other our favorites. And then when we get home. Like I did like a list and make a list, so we had to like turn it over. Yep. So we like ranked in what do you call rank and reveal?
You didn't talk about it at all while you were there?
No.
Wow.
We like purposely would be like, yeah, that was cool, but we each had our notebook.
And were you both trying to be like neutral? They're like, here's the ballroom, and you're like,
Yeah.
But you loved it. Yeah.
I've seen better.
Yeah.
Kinda. But he did it like gamified it. We did it on Post-it notes.
Okay.
So we wrote them on a Post-it.
And you had to I was like,
line
okay,
them
flip
up,
number 6 over.
and
Oh
then
my
we'd flip
God.
them over like in order.
This is
it was
adorable.
It was.
And our number 1 was the same.
And there you go. And so that's how you landed on it.
Yeah.
I love it. And how did the two of you meet? That was a big
Pride.
sigh.
No, I'm saying, it's so
Wow.
funny. No, it's 10 years ago now.
It's been a decade. Okay.
Yeah. We had mutual friends introduce us in Memorial Weekend of 2015. Yeah, what are we in now?
Yeah,
2015.
2015.
And then
yeah.
we ended up actually meeting at New York Pride.
Okay. So you met at Pride. Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
We got introduced online and then sort of chatted and then met in real life and then ended up spending the entire weekend together.
I mean, if you're at Pride and there's hundreds of thousands of gay men and you pick each other, I mean, I think that says a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like in the
Yes.
dating pool, there's always a million options,
Yeah.
but here you are, literally, physically, there's a million gay men,
Yeah.
and you're
Well,
like,
we just
hello,
really,
hello.
really hit it off. I mean, it was kind of immediate, which was crazy.
And then we spent the whole, we kind of, adjusted our schedules to, meet
To
up.
be together.
Yeah, for the rest of the weekend. I was
Oh.
like, I wasn't going to this, but you are, so I'll buy a ticket. And he was like, well, I'm going to the pier at this time. So we're like, okay, let's meet. So we
I
could
love that.
Yeah.
combine our group
Did
and
you?
just dance together.
Was there one of you? Did you both feel it pretty immediately, or was it a slow burn for one of you? Or
I think it was kind of immediate. I mean, we sort of rebelled against it for the longest time.
okay,
Because I was living here.
I
he
was
lived
in LA.
yeah, that's hard.
So
That's a
I was
6-hour
like, oh my God,
flight.
this guy is amazing. And we had the best weekend, but I don't want anything.
Got it.
This will be great friends. I'll see you
Yeah.
when I'm in New York. But
We had fun.
I live in LA. Yeah, I was like, that was a great week, romance
Sure.
weekend.
Yeah.
You know?
But we started texting, I think every day since we met.
Okay.
And then we would start to see each other more frequently.
Yeah.
And our friends, to their credit, because we were like, no, it's just my friend. We're just hanging out. And they're like, okay, sure, Jan.
Yeah, friends hang out like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
They're like, you guys are planning trips and meeting each other every 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
I don't think you're friends.
Got it. So it started to build a little bit
Yeah,
more.
that was a whole year of
a back and
that.
forth and long distance.
Yeah. And
Okay.
luckily I had to keep coming back for work, so
Okay.
that kind of helped. And then I was filming a show, so I was here every Thursday through Tuesday
Yeah.
through Monday?
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
for
that
sure.
helped. That was a summer, and then as soon as that wrapped, I ended up booking a movie and had to be here for 8 months.
Oh,
So then I
so
lived
the
I lived
universe
around the
was
corner.
literally from here.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that.
It
Where do you
really-
live?
Where did I live at?
Yeah.
I lived in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, so not far at all.
Yeah.
No,
Beautiful.
Not at all. But no, it was weird. It was the universe was sort of conspiring.
Yeah, I was like, I have to come back for work. I guess
You're like,
we can
I got
see if
a
this
job.
works.
So I guess we'll keep talking.
I'm telling my agent I only want jobs in New York.
No international, no LA, maybe Paris, but only New York.
Right. And his apartment was actually down the block.
I know.
It
That's
was,
so
6th and A.
wild.
We were over here and we were like, oh my God.
You're like,
we
this
haven't
is
been
the
down here
old
forever.
stomping
Yeah.
ground.
Exactly.
And then how did the proposal happen? Who proposed to who? Did you both do it? One of you do it? Neither of you do it?
We talked about it forever.
At what point in your relationship? Because if it's been 10 years and you got married after 9.
Yeah, we got engaged 5.5 years in, I
It was
think.
Okay.
Oh, 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, 4 years in.
4 years in.
Yeah.
So we would go
It's
to
different
on
than
these.
6.
Yeah, I was like,
He's like semantics.
Yeah, totally. It's just whatever.
I work in healthcare.
Right.
I save lives.
It's all a blur.
Yeah.
A beautiful blur.
I was waiting. I was like, do I have to say it?
No, we had a few times where I think we started talking about marrying each other.
Yeah.
I think the first time he was on tour, we did this amazing trip in Fiji, and we were sort of sitting and we're like, this is our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And just sort of had the understanding we were going to do it.
That you were going to be together for life, or that you were going to get married?
That we were going to get
At some
married, but
point.
we just
Okay.
didn't talk about
It wasn't a rush or
Yeah.
priority
the
for you.
logistics.
Yeah.
So he was on tour in 2019, and he was in Europe,
Okay.
and he had a break for a week. So we planned a trip in Croatia,
Beautiful.
and
Which I feel like is an underrated travel destination
oh my God,
that's
it's
stunning.
so pretty.
It's
It's so pretty,
unbelievable.
and
It's-
it was very affordable too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I
No
was
one's
oh my-
going there, but
Yeah.
what I've seen, I'm like, I need to go there.
Yeah.
you need to go there.
Food,
Okay.
everything. It
Yes.
was amazing.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Like
People
the
are
cliffs,
great,
the water.
It's all stunning.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's highly recommend.
Okay. So you were there on a vacation.
So we're there on a vacation, and I've been conspiring with his girlfriend Tracy, who he's danced with for what?
My work wife for
Okay.
forever. Yeah.
Got
And
it.
so she sort of helped me plot the whole thing.
Okay.
But I didn't know he was planning. I was actually pretty much spearheading the planning of the vacation.
Okay. So you were very focused.
No. So then I kept changing things, but I didn't know he was going to propose. So I was like, oh, yeah, like, it's fine. I would talk to the captain. He's like, oh, you actually shouldn't go to that cove. He's like, it's a tourist trap. We should go here instead.
And you're like,
then
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, cool.
And he's like,
and then,
no.
So meanwhile, I'm like,
and then I didn't
tomorrow,
know.
we'll get to this beach. I'll time it this way. I'll, like, go out and do this.
We changed it pretty much we just kept changing. We were just going with the flow. Like,
yeah.
when the captain would say,
sure,
like,
you just trust the captain. Yeah. You're not going to micromanage.
But then he
him.
thought he had these ideas in his head, like where we were going to be.
Of course,
and
he made a plan.
Every day.
Oh my gosh, you're so annoying. But he couldn't say that to you, obviously, because he didn't want you to know.
I was like, I'm going to roll with it. I'll we'll do it organically and figure out how and when to do it.
And was it on a beach or was it in a restaurant or a hotel?
So we had rented like a catamaran for the vacation, so we
Beautiful.
were like living and sailing on it. So
oh,
it was,
like actually sleeping on it.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I want to do that.
Also highly recommend.
Amazing.
Yes, because it's like they're sailing, you sleep. I sleep like a baby. I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Dive right out if you want.
Yes.
Is the food good on those things?
Yes.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Like shockingly
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
I love that I'm planning my own vacation on this podcast.
Perfect.
It's not the purpose
And
of this
again,
podcast.
I can also help you with this.
But keep in mind, the plans will change.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on the catamaran.
And then this last day, like I actually thought he was seasick. I was like sitting in the front on like the net. We were playing Betty Who, listening to music, and then he comes and I was like, he like changes the song. I was like, why'd you change my song?
Yeah, you're like, I love this song.
Yeah, it's like and he like put it to the next song, and it was "Marry Me" by Betty Who. And then
so then I pulled out the ring and thankfully
on the net.
Yes,
drop it
that's what I said.
And I was so nervous. And it's
I'm
funny,
nervous
I didn't even
for
think
you.
about it, but later he's like, I can't believe like that, like good work.
Yeah, that could have like boop.
Like literally,
Totally.
I was like, okay, cool. You were real like you were very shaky but confident.
Yes, but that's what you want. I mean, you don't want a weak proposal.
Yeah, I was actually very shocked afterwards. I was like, huh?
But you literally had you weren't thinking
No
about
idea.
it at all.
No idea.
Okay.
And that's
Like-
the crazy thing though, because I feel like we're usually so in sync. Like we do sort of read each other's minds all the time. So I was like, he 100% knows this is happening. You know what I mean? Like, and he was so visibly shocked when I asked him, and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, you're like, wait, this is not what I was expecting.
Like, oh, haha, like great, I was waiting for you to do this, and that was not the case. But
I love that.
But it didn't take as long to respond as you think I did.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, was there a pause?
There was, but
Oh, there was a long pause.
But here's the deal. He's super reactive to mosquito bites.
Okay.
And go with me. He got bitten
I'm
on his,
strapped
on my
in.
eye.
So he gets like giant welts. So he got bitten on his eye. So he's wearing blackout sunglasses,
this
and he's
eye
just
is
sitting
like-
there like this. Which, I mean, I'm sure it was like a second, but it felt like
Forever.
We watched it
forever, and I
back. It
was
wasn't
like-
that long.
No,
to him,
but for you,
at the moment, like time just slowed down.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
But I love that. But not the mosquito bite. I
Oh
thought
my
that's
gosh.
horrible. So you're in these like big
It was
glasses.
a big sunglasses, and I'm just like, he can't see my eyes, and I'm not saying anything.
So he
but
can't
was
read you at all.
nothing.
My fiance proposed to me, and it was similar. He said it felt like forever.
Yeah.
I was totally in shock, and also the ring was so blingy in the sun that like for a split second, I was like, do you even know me? Really, only because I don't wear like anything.
Yes.
Obviously, I love it and I'm obsessed and it's so beautiful.
It's
but like
beautiful.
in the moment, I was just like, it's so blingy. And then he literally was like, and I was like, yes, sorry. Like I was just like in
You're like,
my
I
own
forgot to respond.
mind. So you're not alone. It
Good.
happens.
We can commiserate.
It happens to
It's a
everyone.
beautiful ring, by the way.
He did good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
It's so unique.
I love it, but and the
It was
funny
the size
part,
right?
yes.
Or did you have to, really?
Yes, but his no, and he ordered his own, and his was wrong like 3 times, and I was like, "What is happening here?" But wisely, he said that if I didn't like it, he would keep it. So he was comfortable,
Yep. Oh.
and now I think he's sort of like, "Are you sure you still love it?" I'm like, "No, I love it.
He's like, we
We're
can
good.
swap.
I'm good. You're gonna keep yours. I'm gonna keep mine."
Well,
No, but-
I brought like a placeholder ring.
Oh, you didn't bring the ring.
I brought the ring, but I was like, with the understanding that like you take this and exchange it for whatever
Oh,
you
in
want. I
case.
just wanted to have something.
Yes.
But I sort of figured he would want something like a little bit more distinctive.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then, did you counter propose, or one proposal was enough?
One was enough.
One was enough. Okay.
One was enough, and then I did change my ring.
Yeah.
I love my ring now.
It's
Did you-
beautiful.
did
Did
you
you
guys
design it
counter-propose?
together? We did, yeah.
Oh.
Because I was originally gonna propose.
Yeah.
As the wedding planner, like it's just like obviously I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Right.
And he beat me to the punch. I was like the two of you. I was not in a rush, and I was like,
Yeah.
we've been together. I don't know, 4 years, 3 years. Like we live together. We have a life together. Our families know each other. He loves
Right.
my dogs. Like we're together.
Yeah.
So for me, it didn't feel like an immense pressure.
Yeah.
he felt differently. and he was like, if we're together, then why are we waiting? Like, which is totally valid. Yes. And I was like, I don't know, why not? Like, he's like, things are only going to get more expensive. Life's only going to get busier. I'm like, oh, okay. So he totally surprised me. And then I was so taken aback with joy that I wanted him to feel the same. Huh. And so nice. That was me. I can only speak for myself. There is a 1-year anniversary thing you could do, Khasan, like if you want to, you know. But yeah, it was very fun to kind of. But then he knew obviously like something was coming, so it wasn't the surprise that you had. Sure. And it's actually, he's gonna kill me for saying this, but I counter proposed to him in March, and we went away for Valentine's Day, which is not a thing we really do, but we went like upstate to the best restaurant, and I was like, we're gonna have this lovely weekend. He thought that was it. So every moment, like we went on a hike to a frozen waterfall, and he was like, should we take a picture?
Did you like bend down to tie your shoe? And you were like, no.
Oh, you have no idea. Like, I wasn't thinking this now looking back, because then we go to bed and like he was like a little mad at me. And I was like, we just had the best weekend in a 5-course tasting, and he was just like, good night, and I was like,
that's hilarious.
I didn't know, and I just thought maybe he's in a bad I don't know, but I'm like, it's Valentine's Day, like what's going on? And then like literally after I finally did it, which he was so grateful for, he was like, I thought you were doing it on Valentine's Day, so I was so angry at you because there were 10 different beautiful moments,
like,
and you kept reaching in your pocket, but it was for your phone or for your wallet or for some piece of gum, but there was no ring, and I was like, oh my gosh, like,
such a good story.
Calm down.
Probably like every moment was that, you know?
I wondered why too, because we hiked down this mountain that gets to this frozen waterfall in the snow, and we're not athletic like that, and we didn't have the right shoes. And I'm more athletic outdoor nature than he is, but he was like, no, we're going down. And I was like, we don't have to. He's like, we're going down. And now that I really replay it, I'm like, he thought I was going to pop a question under this frozen waterfall, like in our pea coats. Absolutely not. There's no shape. We're just blobs. Like, I would never. And he kept looking around for like a photographer. I'm like,
that is amazing. I actually love that story.
Nobody's here.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so okay, proposal, and then that was 2020. So there was many years of gap here.
That was 2019.
That was 2019. 6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
We had a very long engagement,
which is great. There's no rules, right?
A lot of things happened though. It was like,
it
was 2019, and then we were gonna plan it, and then I tore my Achilles, and then the pandemic.
How does that work when you're a dancer?
Well, the pandemic happened, so everyone was off.
Kind of nice.
And then after that, then I went on tour.
Okay.
And then after I got off tour, I tore my other Achilles.
No, the other side. Is that common?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, the doctor said not really.
Is this from like overwork, aggressive work, or just
playing tennis both times.
Oh, it wasn't dancing.
No, but like not aggressive. It wasn't like running and like lunging for a shot. It was like
picking up a tennis ball.
It was like in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wow.
It was like the second time was the first 15 minutes on the court.
Oh, that's horrible.
And they both happened at the exact same place.
No, I hope you don't go back there.
I've only been there twice.
I'm like, is it the clay court or like maybe it's something with the?
No.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then after that, I went back on tour once that healed.
Okay.
And then during that tour, we were like, okay, as soon as this one's over, we need to plan.
We're gonna do it
because something always
life happens. Exactly.
You think you have time, and I'm like, no, let's actually just plan this and block this weekend off
and make it happen.
Yeah.
Were your friends and family bothering you, or they knew you'd get around to it?
No, I think they knew we would get around to it.
Yeah, but your mom really wanted it to happen sooner than later. She got her knees done.
She got her knees done. My cousin.
Let's be real.
My cousin Caitlin and her wife Jamie got married like 4 years ago, I think, 3 years ago. And my mom like tore it up. She went crazy.
She had the best time.
She was like laid out for a week. So she's like, I'm gonna get my knee done just so I can
be ready for you.
Yeah. But I think, like no one's getting any younger.
Yes.
And we had some like really, wonderful people we love pass away, and you're not guaranteed time. So we were like, let's just
that kind of
just want to get everyone together and do it.
I love that. How long did you have for your planning process from when you booked the venue to
a year?
1 year. A year's great.
Yeah.
It's not too long, but it's like enough time to feel good about it. And how many guests?
115? What did it end up being? 115?
113.
113.
Because I'm counting us. 113.
As you should. A lot of couples don't count themselves.
Okay, so I didn't know this for the longest time.
That you don't do that, or you shouldn't
do
that?
No, that you should. I mean, like that, obviously.
That you should be included at your wedding.
But it's like one of those things, I'm not looking at everyone else's names. I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe
It's the most common phenomenon. Every time I meet with clients, I'm like, great, what's your total guest count? And then I'm like, and does that include you? And 99% of the time, the answer is no. They just forget about
we totally didn't
themselves.
Think about it. Yeah.
But you need to eat, and you need to have a seat.
And that's why I keep saying the wrong
plates and cutlery and glassware. Yeah, like I hope you're going to be there. So 115 is a beautiful number. That's like a really good amount of people. And Pink, we have to talk about Pink. How did she come to be your officiant?
Well, she is a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
I've been with her for 13 years now.
Okay.
So
that's a relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. So she's been
it's longer than your relationship.
Longer than our relationship, exactly.
Longer than any of mine.
And she's just been like a pivotal part of our lives and our relationships, and the delays in our wedding too have been because of her. So it also was perfect because it's like that was said in the ceremony. She said that, which is really funny.
She can take the day off. She's like, it's on her calendar, it's on your calendar. Yeah. Neither of you can work.
Yeah,
got it.
Because she's like, oh yeah, you haven't planned this because you've been on tour with me.
Yeah, you've been a little busy. I love that.
And then we were just like trying to like give everyone jobs and trying to like think of like who we wanted to do what part. And then she was like such an easy one. We're like, oh my God, she would capture us so well. Yeah. Like I was like, it'll be sentimental, but it'll also be light and fun. Yep. Like it's like it'll be the perfect like speed of it, which is kind of what we were like. We're not super serious. We're like we also wanted to be fun.
Well, that was my question. Who wrote the ceremony? Did she write it and surprise you, or did you all write it together?
She wrote
it.
So you didn't see a draft?
No. We gave her like our timeline of our, like history, and I like gave highlights of being like, oh, this was a really important like trip for us. Or this happened, and we both were like, yeah, we kind of want to be surprised. I want to have to be.
That's amazing.
For me, I know how I am. I wanted to be fully present. I'm like, okay, if I don't know, I'm going to have to listen and be fully present.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought about it that way, but you're right, because you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, other than that, then I'm like, oh my God, replaying my vows in my head. Like, there are so many other things you can think about. But I was like, 100%. I got to be
because I don't know what she's going to say right now. Oh, I love that.
And it was very interactive, so we had to like respond to a lot of things too.
Yeah, there were props.
So it was like,
wait, what props? I saw one video clip which I want to talk about, but props? What are these props?
She, rightfully so, was like dragging us a little bit about like always being in Speedos and on vacation and whatever. And so she had one of our friends sneak into Speedos. And he brought them over to her while she was performing the ceremony, sort of behind our backs, and she like held them out to us. And we both were like, okay. We started to put them on. She was like, whoa.
On your suits? Over your
suits? Yeah, we're going to. Why not? We're game.
Over the tux. Like, that's great.
You're like, it'll look all right. It'll be a little bulky, but we're in Mexico.
But it was hilarious, and like she's just, I mean, she's such an incredible storyteller.
Yeah.
It was funny because we thought about asking her for the longest time, but we wanted to do it in person.
Okay.
Just because it felt like
it's not like an email thing.
Moment. So his 40th birthday, they were in Atlanta for a show, and we finally got like a little time with her alone. It was kind of like a proposal. We like
it feels like a proposal.
So you proposed to Pink, and you proposed to Khasan.
It feels like that because it's such a big thing that you're asking someone. And
it is.
It's a big ask too.
It's a very big ask because they could say no, and that changes.
And
things a little bit
time-consuming. I'm just like, there's so much.
There's a lot that goes into it, and they really take the focus. Like you're gonna walk in and they're gonna love that you're there, but you're not doing a lot of the talking. Like this person is the pivotal part of that day. You know, that moment of the day. There was a line that I was obsessed with. I was obsessed with a lot of it, but do you choose each other as your partner, emergency contact, love, and best friend from this day forward? If so, please say Beyonce or Kylie Minogue.
Or Katy Perry.
Or Katy Perry. Oh, I didn't hear. That was the third? Like,
Beyonce, Kylie Minogue. I think it was
Beyonce, Kylie Minogue, or Katy Perry? Or was there another one?
Yeah.
There was four divas?
It was the three. I think it was the three divas. Yeah, that was hilarious. And again, like super unexpected.
And you had no idea.
No, but we both said Beyonce.
Okay, good.
We both
I was just gonna because I couldn't hear the audio, but you both said Beyonce.
We said the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because we were also going to Cowboy Carter the day after we were back, so it was already in our head. Like, okay,
you were in Queen Bee's land. Also, like of those three, there's just no one. Like that's the clear winner.
Right.
And then the other thing that I thought was really sweet was I do duh. Like where like I was like, wait a minute, where is this coming from?
We had no idea. That's what I'm saying. We had to listen, and like she would tell us how like each question had a different response.
Yes.
So
you were really present because you didn't know.
I had no idea.
I do and do it fabulous. Like was it? There was like so many things, but like you had to listen to like how to respond to
yeah.
it too.
Because
like,
they were never the same.
Never the same. Everything was different.
I feel like everyone was laughing. I feel like it was super heartfelt. And I love that it didn't take itself too seriously. Yeah. Which felt right for you all, but I'm curious if that's just who you are, who she is, or the kind of energy that you wanted around.
I think it was all of it. Yeah. I mean, we're like just stupid, silly. We are stupid, silly. We are stupid, silly with her. Yeah. So it just felt right. Like, because at one point where she was like, "What, do you want like a more serious tone?" We were like, "No, like
that's so not us.
That's not who we are. We don't want like a church wedding."
No. Yeah. Like it was, and then the one like serious part I feel like was like she like, which was a great idea from her. She was like, "Your grandma should do a reading." So she did that, and that was like the serious part. Yep. Other than that, it was like, let's get
you didn't know what she was going to read?
That we did. We picked that.
Got it. Just because she might have picked something.
No, just because she also was just like, I'll do whatever.
Yeah. Because we just picked readers, and I was like, it'd be so sweet if we let them surprise us. Yeah. And my fiance was like,
no,
absolutely no. And I was like, or we can pick for them.
Okay, so
or they can pick, and then we can have options to approve from. He's like, let's do that.
Fair.
Let's do that.
Fair.
That's how I felt for Friday night, because we had friends give speeches, but again, we didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't know.
You didn't.
And I was just like, okay, here we go.
And did you get a roast? Did you get some love? Was it a success?
Like lightly roasted.
It wasn't really
roasted.
Was
like it was all. It was beautiful.
It was all
like really sentimental, and it was really touching. And friends who we've had for years and years and years. So it was a really beautiful moment. And it was also both of our mother's birthdays that week, and like 10 other people's birthdays.
Oh wow! So you had like a lot of celebrating.
Yeah, a little
40th, 50th. There was like big birthdays too.
Those are big ones. Yeah. So you're like, guys,
so
we're doing all this Friday, okay?
We did. So on Friday we like brought a cake out for them. We did a happy birthday thing. I was like, let's celebrate you guys.
You're like,
too.
Saturday is ours, so like let's keep it. We're gonna do one cake for all of your celebrations. It's been a decade. Like give us a minute.
Our wedding day was perfect, but 18 months ago, I was overwhelmed, behind, and buried in spreadsheets with 300 tasks ahead of me. Then I found Pearl Planner. Now Pearl Planner gets everything out of my head and off my list. It's like having a type A best friend who helps you plan your wedding, except she's powered by AI, so you won't wake her up when you message her at 3 a.m. I just answered a few questions and boom, vision board, personalized checklist, tailored to my style, my budget, and my venue. No more spreadsheets I forget to update, no more sticky notes stuck to my dog. Everything is in one place and it actually makes sense. This morning I said, Pearl, my mother-in-law added 7 more guests. Help. Pearl just took care of it so I could take care of myself. When I want to check things off, I do. When I don't, I just ask Pearl AI to help. Dress recs? Done. For me, my bridal party, my cousin who insists on statement sleeves? Handled. Need help wording your invitation? Pearl's got it. Need honeymoon recs? Already packed my sunscreen. And because Pearl's connected to David's Bridal, every purchase earns me diamond points. So yeah, I'm literally planning my way to a free honeymoon. Planning doesn't feel like a second job anymore, it feels fun. Pearl Planner. Wedding planning powered by AI, fueled by love. Start planning now for free.
I watched your dinner. Was it 1 or 2 long tables out there?
1.
That one long table with the lights.
That was what I was so excited about.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh my God, this is so impractical and so obnoxious, but it's so amazing.
But I'm so glad you said that at the jump, because it is impractical.
Yeah.
It's not obnoxious, but it's not practical.
Yeah.
Because you can only talk to 3 or 4 people, but it visually was beautiful.
Because initially we didn't know how we wanted to do the seating, and then when we did the walkthrough, I you call it like my That's So Raven moment. Like I was just like, I see it.
And when you could see the vision happen, all of a sudden
he's transfixed. He's somewhere else.
Yeah, and then I tell Maria, I was like, I look back at him and Maria, our wedding planner, and I was like, I think I have a crazy idea. Yeah. And she was like, I know it's crazy, but tell me what it is.
Yes, out loud, say it.
Yeah. And I was like, I think it should just be one long table for 115 people. And
you have that beautiful space.
Yeah, so I'm like, there's enough space for it.
It's rare to have that, and the weather,
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
Did you sit in the middle, the sides, right in the middle?
Yeah. Right when you walk in the middle.
And then who sat next to you?
I actually wanted to go around, but he didn't want all that attention because, again, timing. Yes. He was like, oh, this will take another
100%.
3 minutes.
Oh, you're saying
like
at dinner?
Yeah, to walk around.
During our entrance.
Yes.
We just sort of walked.
So we just walked to our seats.
Oh, got it right there. Did you actually sit and enjoy dinner, or did you get up and say hello to everyone?
Yes. Yeah. I'm big on eating.
Same.
So I was like,
Do you get hangry, or you just are like a
I usually
diet?
don't get hangry because I don't
you
let
eat
it
on
go.
schedule.
Like even.
But
I hear you. It's a possibility.
So I really enjoyed my dinner.
Okay.
The food was really good.
Yeah.
And then we kind of in Google Sheets we're doing seating chart and we like color coded family versus like wedding party because we didn't really have a wedding party. But we're like whoever kind of made speeches. And
like the people that are participating in the ceremony.
are in this color. These people are in this color, and then yellow was like wild cards.
Wait, what's a wild card?
So we have in like all these different groups we're trying to put together. We have like maybe a dozen friends who are like super social, like they can talk to a wall.
Anybody.
Yes.
So we're like,
I love
we can
those
just,
people.
like plug them in
Anywhere.
and they can like bridge.
So they were the
groups.
yellow. They were like, okay, we
superstars.
Yeah, exactly.
Not wild cards. Superstars.
Yeah, that's actually a better.
Because sometimes you get a +1 and you're like, they can't talk to a rock. And I can't put them in the middle because
you're like
the person next to them.
You want to keep this going. Yeah,
you want to keep it going. The
superstars.
I love that. So you color coded and then basically aligned it that way.
Yeah, and like kind of we made sure they were like split up.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, if someone's a little quieter, we're gonna put a yellow next to you.
Yep.
Because
jazz this party up.
he'll keep it going no matter what. Even if you
love
stop,
that.
he'll restart it for you.
So then you literally sat and ate while you worked the room, or was there like a little?
We sort of did it together. Like we just sat down, ate, we chatted for like with each other for a minute. Our families, our moms were right across from us, and then our siblings were next to us.
Okay. So you kept like
We kept
that's a nice easy. Otherwise, it's like hard to pick.
Yeah.
Really,
Those 4 seats is like.
Yeah, that was the thing too, which is it's like how you said. You can only talk to like so many people each way.
You can wave.
Yeah.
You can have some binoculars. It's like, hey.
But in between each course, we would kind of like make our way, and also like try to tap each other back. We gotta keep moving. Let's go.
Because they'll hug you forever.
Yeah, we're like, we gotta go. Next group.
We'll see you Sunday. We'll see you on the dance floor. Gotta go.
Right, exactly.
And did you have Mexican food, American food, a mix?
Sort of like American food on Saturday. It was pretty standard.
Okay.
Salad, fish, chicken.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was the food.
But definitely like Mexican inspired though.
Like some flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Yes. There was like a mole sauce with the chicken.
Yeah.
I love mole.
Like a fusion.
Same.
Chicken mole is like
good.
It's so good.
It's hard to find in New York City. Like good Mexican food is hard to find here.
Yes.
I have found as a Californian who like.
Wait, California where?
Orange County.
Where?
San Clemente.
Really?
Where are you from?
Fullerton. I went to I went to Troy.
I almost went to Cal State Fullerton.
Really? I went to Cal State Long Beach, but I went to Troy, which is across the street from Cal State.
What
Fullerton.
a small world. Okay.
Where'd you go? San Clemente High?
San Clemente High School. Okay. I went born and raised San Clemente until I was 18. So
and I danced in Anaheim Hills.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah.
I love that. And we're the same age, I think.
40?
Yes, I just turned 40.
Yeah.
My God, what a small. Maybe our paths crossed
that
at
is
the mall
really funny,
when we were teenagers. Did you go to the Mission Viejo Mall by chance?
South Coast Plaza.
All of the what was it? The Irvine Spectrum.
Yes.
All those places.
And then what was the one off the 5 that? Not the Grove. That's in LA.
The one off the
block.
5. Oh, the block. It was too far from San Clemente.
Yeah, that actually wasn't close.
I feel like we didn't. If anyone was like more than 15 minutes. Maybe 20. It was like too far. It's like such a weird Southern California thing, and if it rains, you just don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I moved to New York, and everything's a 45-minute subway ride, and I'm like, this is horrible. But now I'm like, oh, it's 45 minutes. Oh, it's raining.
Fine.
Oh, it's snowing. But my first years here, I was like, this is not normal. I can't meet you. You're too far away from me. I love that you're Orange County. That's amazing. And your dinner, the one table, who started the wave?
I don't know. We actually, it's one of our we have a number of follow-up things.
We've been meaning to ask
and that's one of them.
I was obsessed.
It just happened, and we were like, it's coming towards us. And then everyone just joined in.
With it.
Yeah.
When I watched your video, I was like, oh, literally, there wasn't even a pause. There wasn't even everyone just dove in and
no
did
hesitation. But it was so, I've never seen that before. And
I've never seen it either.
And also because who was at the end right there? I don't think it was
maybe it was Mazzano. I'm not really sure. I'm going to find out.
Was it a song or just someone was like, let's do the wave?
It just happened.
You're going to have to find out and report back.
Yeah.
It's like those impromptu moments that you can't script in your timeline, in your spreadsheets. I feel like make the wedding so special in that way. And you had some fun planning. You had a board you put online that was color coded. You have a thing for Post-its, obviously. You do. Sorry, I don't want to.
I love them too, but not as much.
So tell me about your planning board. That was
So I literally saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, I saw it too.
And I messaged that girl. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. And then I went to the store. I got a bunch of different color-coded Post-its, and I was like, "This is going to be such an easy way to like, because I'm such a
visualize
person. Like, okay, orange is this, red is this, yellow is that. Like, and it was. I had so much fun doing it. It took way longer than I thought.
I was gonna say,
it actually took a long time.
Was it helpful?
Yeah.
Like, did you keep it in your living room and it was a reminder of things to do, or was it like, oh, I have so much to do, or did it help you compartmentalize all the things you had to do?
It was helpful, I think, at like different points. Like, we did most things out of our like 80 thing tab spreadsheet.
Yes.
But like when we were sitting down to actually like go through and like take stock of where we are and like what we need to do next, like we would break that out and go through it. It was honestly, it was super helpful. Because when we were putting it together, I was like, we're not going to use this. Like,
it's just like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, but I really wanted to use it.
It really did come in handy. And honestly, peeling some of them off was so satisfying.
After you do it,
that
you peel it off.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, okay,
like,
if I can get this empty, then
you can feel really good about it. Because I was wondering, I saw it on TikTok and I was like, this is a great way to organize things. If people aren't familiar, it's like a high school presentation board, right?
Totally,
One of those, what comes to mind for me. And there were different categories, like things that you needed to do broken down by section. Is that correct? Like wardrobe or... You tell me you made it.
Speeches, wardrobe, what he needed to do pre-wedding, what I needed to do pre-wedding.
Separate.
Yeah, like also just like, okay, whoever need, I don't know, like I had my, because I was like, I had my outfits pretty early.
Yeah.
I was so I was like, you still have to get your brunch outfit. So like it would be like Jason, brunch outfit, or like videographer, photographer, vendors, DJs,
all the things. And then after you booked it or did it, you could just peel it off.
Yeah.
And I think it was,
I love that.
Really recommend.
I think it was helpful too because it made us think about other things in that category. Be
Yep.
like, oh crap.
That you need to do.
That. Yeah,
sure.
Like stuff that I would not have thought
and
of.
the visual, people don't really realize there's a million decisions when you get married.
There's so many decisions.
A million.
A million.
And so to see it like that has got to be like, oh, that's overwhelming, but also so rewarding when you're like, I only have one left.
Absolutely.
Speaking of fashion, what did you wear? Tell me everything.
We both wore Ralph Lauren purple label.
Beautiful,
on Saturday.
chic, classic American.
We had our welcome tuxes. Our welcome suits were made by Michael Andrews Bespoke.
Oh, here in New York,
So
he's amazing.
We did custom
really
suits with them, which were amazing.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Highly recommend Bespoke. The process, again, a lot of choices, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, people don't realize like the button color, the shape of this.
Yes,
like the
I didn't know this
orientation of
either.
your, like sleeve.
Yes. Even the color of fabric of the thread.
Yeah.
The thread and the button. I mean, like
a
million choices.
It's absolutely crazy.
Our friend, we have our stylist Randy. He like is one of our best friends.
Well, that's
and he
helpful.
was like, oh my god, it's amazing. So, but he was also like doing the Met in between
at the same
time. At the same time, but would come to all of our fittings. And
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah,
He's
and then
a saint.
When
this Met, which was basically all about suiting. So like in the world.
Did you see the F1, the one that got ripped?
Yes.
Him.
Oh,
Randy.
Okay, Randy. You didn't want to reveal?
We actually we joked about
we
that.
Saw that, we're like, wait a minute.
I was like, I know you know how to do it.
I knew you were busy, but we're getting married. We want to reveal.
He would like, I think on the one Saturday we were going just for a fitting. He touched down from Amsterdam, went home for like a hot second, came immediately to Michael Andrews to check out the fit, and then went like it just. He did so much.
That's amazing.
Alleviated so many things that we would have to think about. I was just like, oh my god, I don't like.
And it's not your expertise, right? Like you're in choreography, you're in medicine. Like not to say that you don't have a sense of fashion, but like it is an expertise.
Oh yeah. Even just like the length of things.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Do you want your sleeve coming out, or do you want it hiding?
Right.
Do you want it baggy? Do you want it like?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. What do I want?
Right. Exactly.
So that really helped with fashion. And I was just like, he dresses so cool. I was like, I know we're in good hands.
Yeah,
just
if
like,
you look like that,
whatever you say,
we're gonna be good.
Yeah, and it was his idea to do monochrome for the weekend.
Okay.
Which we really
we
loved.
stuck to, which was great.
And then like, not even on purpose, but like it ended up being our family's colors as well.
Oh really?
So, like,
but you didn't tell them.
When I was in purple.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Friday, him and his mom were in green.
And you didn't plan that?
No, it also just happened. It was beautiful.
Kismet. Yeah, the universe just said this is what it. And then the wedding, you wore black and white.
Navy. He was all navy.
Oh, it was
actually.
navy.
Yes.
Okay.
All navy.
Beautiful.
And I was in cream.
Oh, cream. Oh, see, this is why we're asking. I saw black and white. Navy and cream.
Yeah.
I love that. And did you let your guests wear white since you were in cream, or did you not? It wasn't a thing.
Some guy, I feel like two. There were two. There was a white jacket and a cream jacket.
There were, yeah.
There were only
there
two.
were.
Not a lot of people did, but
we didn't stipulate. But Randy also created this like unbelievable mood board
for the guests.
Oh yes, I'm gonna have to share it with you.
Please, we'll put it in the blog.
You need to see it.
And was it like come dressed like this or don't come at all?
Wait, can you pull it up quickly or no? My phone's over there.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I was like, this is worth.
Wow, and like literally for the whole weekend or the wedding only?
For Friday and Saturday. Sunday we were like, okay, it's recovery, beach.
Yeah, there's no cameras.
Resort wear. Yeah, do what you want.
Yeah, live
the
your
other
life.
2 days.
You better come.
Okay, we will send
correct.
it to you.
Please send it.
It's full on, and I think it was like half the guests were like, "This is amazing. I know exactly what to do," and like it's super fun. And then I think it just like stoked anxiety for everyone else. But,
I get that, but you better step up.
Totally, and everyone did. I think he really had a vision, like a Vanity Fair sort of cover vision.
Yep.
And it was, I mean, it was so fun to see everyone dressed up, and like I can't wait to see all the photos because we still haven't seen like a lot of them.
You got some previews,
and
we really like were encouraging the guests to like have fun. I'm like, I was like,
it's
not
a
a bad
party.
way. I was like, because people are like, oh, we don't want to overshadow you. I was like, we're gonna look great.
You're like, don't worry about us.
Exactly. So you do you to the max, and then we're
try to overshadow us,
and we're all gonna look great.
Yes,
like that was.
Yeah, we want to be in the same plane. We don't want to be here and everyone's showing up.
I get it. People like that was like a lot of people asked that. They're like, is it okay to do this? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I want to wear this bright thing. I'm like, go for it.
Do it. Like feel amazing.
And the women especially. I was like, wear anything that you want that you can't wear to anyone
go to the Met
wedding.
Gala, please.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
the
go
permission.
for it. Yeah,
I love that.
So then that made it more fun too
for everyone, because then everyone feels there's not a lot of opportunity to wear those kind of clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
And like if someone's inviting you to do that with a mood board.
Yeah.
I think that's very helpful. Was it black tie, or did you have a creative dress code?
Creative black tie.
Oh, creative black tie. So they could be black tie with a little.
Yeah, add some flair.
A little zhuzh.
Yeah. And
we were gonna do creative black tie, but
we
dropped the word creative because it caused confusion for some people.
Yes.
Fair. I mean, it's funny because the mood board. Some people were like, "Oh, like this is like very extensive." Like, yes, but it leaves nothing. Like, there's no question.
There's no question.
Like, literally, have any question with creative
don't
names,
text
like,
me. Just look at the link.
Yeah, totally.
Like I gave it to you here. Yeah, we wanted it because I was like, if you know, you know, and you're gonna bring it, you're gonna bring it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then some people were like sending some things, and we were like, oh, that's too creative. That's creative in the wrong direction.
We had maybe a few of those.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's some time we did
some questionable outfits, and I'm like, and you don't want to be, like I'm like, and if I don't respond to you right away, you know that I read it. But like, if you feel good in it, I want you to feel good. But that's doesn't line up with what we got going on.
He really
Well, if it's his friend, I'm like, you're on that. I'm like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Like, I'm not gonna be the one to break their heart, but they cannot wear that.
See, I'm the other. It's opposite. I'm like, I will tell anybody.
Oh, you're right to it.
Yes.
Got it. You're the quiet, nice one.
Yeah. So many people sent their looks in advance to like make sure that they could clear them,
which is better for everyone involved.
Oh my gosh, no questions.
Yes.
I was like, we all know this is great.
Yeah,
my
and
whole
there's no
family
clarity. Yes.
I knew what my entire family was wearing. They're like, is this cool? Perfect.
You're like,
Look,
I approve.
done.
I thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
And then my brother, I just dressed personally. I was like, you're wearing this, Antoine.
Yes, my brothers, I love them. We have a suit partnership, tuxedo partnership, and they're all getting dressed with tuxedos.
That's great.
One of them said, "Can I wear a cargo to your wedding?"
You like to black tie.
You're like, I won't dignify that with a response.
And I said, I know I'm the only openly gay one in the 6 boys in this household, but no, you may not wear cargo. Is that a hunting conference? Like,
oh my God.
There are no bears. Well, there might be a few, but they're gay bears. They're not to be hunted. Yeah, like different bears. Like, it was so wild to me. I was like, he tried. He shot his shot.
Yeah.
And then I said, let me make a phone call, and let me call Friar Tux, and let me get you
You're like, I'm
some
going to make sure
tuxedos.
this doesn't happen.
I'm dressing all of you. Literally added that to my board. My planning board, dress my brothers. Love them, but we cannot have that. So we have a few questions from the internet that people were so sweet to send in. Someone asked, which I think you already answered, would love to know how you came to your venue decision, but I think we covered that. From 300 to 200 to 6 to 1.
Yeah.
But how Mexico? Did you somewhere you've been before, or you just?
I think we were looking at Hawaii. We had sort of like a formative trip in our relationship in Hawaii. So we were first looking there, but it was a little too far. The time
East
difference.
Coast.
It's a long
like, oh
flight.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Long flight.
So we looked at East Coast Mexico. It just didn't feel quite right. So it just seemed like the easiest, like sort of middle ground option.
For everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
I love
like,
that.
Say this too, the Four Seasons Tamarindo staff are
incredible.
But like even from the first conversation we had with this woman, Caroline, who was like their point of sale person, we got the phone and I was like, I love her.
Yeah.
And didn't have that feeling with anyone else. And we actually ruled out a few places
because you didn't have a connection.
Yeah.
Did they feel cold, sterile, or just there wasn't like a human touch?
Both.
There was one venue like I really loved, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a top contender. And we went, and I was like, okay.
Fell flat.
It was very much like this
care
could happen with or without you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, which is like, it's your wedding.
I know.
Right.
It's weird.
It's not like a little dinner party and you're already a guest. Like, this is the biggest event of your lifetime.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't need you to like be
like
theatrics, but like,
do
you want us here?
Email us back.
Show a oh my God, I really want you to name names, but we'll behave. We'll behave. You'll tell me offline. I'm a wedding planner. Let me tell you, I'm like, they don't when they don't email me back, I'm like, I have a client ready to commit.
Yeah.
And you're treating me like this. Like, don't you want to sell it? Like, it's shocking sometimes. Okay, how is their love story, which I think we talked about a little bit. How you met, we talked about. Are you planning to have kids? Wow, these people are getting right into it.
They're getting into it.
Do you want to be daddies?
No.
Okay, great.
Glorified gunkles.
That's the best.
I was like, all my everyone else have kids.
And then they'll come and we'll play with them.
And I can give them
and
back.
then leave them at home.
Exactly.
There we go.
We had a no kid. There was no kid policy at the wedding.
I love that. Adults only.
Yeah, adults only.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I love your kids.
But this is not a place for them.
No.
We're having
to, like,
fun.
Have fun and be able to like actually relax.
And kids they're kids. If they want to run and scream, they're going to do it anyways.
Totally.
They don't have a sense that it's a special day.
Right.
There's a disco ball. I want to chase it and scream and throw sand and eat whatever.
Right. That wasn't
so Jackie, no kids. All right. She also said that you're just incredible. And then someone also said, what was one part of the day you wish you could freeze in time and revisit over and over and over again?
That's a great question.
I know mine.
It's from your cousin, Jason.
Aw.
Marissa.
Aww. She's the best. What's yours?
Mine would be when we were standing on the podium or on the platform.
Altar. Yep.
And looking, there was a moment where we were like, oh, let's look out, and like just looked out at all of our like family and friends, and I was like, oh my God, it was just such a like beautiful, like
surreal.
Yeah. And it like
that.
happened so quick. I was like, I was paying attention, but I
you
feel
could
like
not.
How you said,
yeah.
It's just like, oh my gosh, like if I could like just pause that.
Yeah.
And look at that.
Bottle that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's the same actually. I mean, because I think it was such good. You know, you get advice from so many different people, but specifically, I forget who it was, but they were like, was it Robbie?
I don't remember.
It was like,
they said take a moment.
Take a moment, but like actually stop before you do anything and just look around. And it was really, because all of it felt a little bit overwhelming, but then when you look out and you see all of the people you love and like everyone just like smiling back at you, it's such a beautiful moment.
Yeah. Did you cry, either of you?
No.
Well,
no.
I cried during. we had to do sound checks at both locations. So when we did our like our first dance, which Betty who sang an acoustic version of "Marry Me,"
which is what you proposed to bring it back
exactly.
full circle.
So I started crying. One of our DJs started crying. Betty started crying.
And you still didn't cry, Khasan?
No, I know.
Are you? That's just not who you are.
No.
Yeah, I get it. What's your sign?
I was a Scorpio.
Not marrying a Scorpio.
What's your sign?
I'm Pisces, Aries, cusp.
Okay. So
fire, water, some steam. Usually it's just water. Hot water. I'm not a big crier either, but I'm worried that I'm going to be bawling my eyes out.
I am a crier.
Yeah.
And I thought that
you cried at the rehearsal.
Yeah.
I cried at the rehearsal, but I think it was like, it was like a little bit of a safer space. I choked up. So the way you walked up to the ceremony space, you sort of crested a hill, so you couldn't see everyone, and they couldn't see you
till you got there.
So you sort of walk up and cross over, and then you like appear. A little reveal. But when I first crossed over and saw everyone, I was like, and my friend Jack was like, I thought you were gonna lose it right there. I was like, I'm really trying to hold
it together.
But yeah, no.
I love that. Did you walk in together or separate?
Separate.
We had like a processional, and then he went, and then his parents met him, and then I went, and my mom met me.
It's so beautiful. It's like there's no wrong way to do it, but I love how people do it
Yeah.
so differently. You know what I mean? Everyone gets to marriage a different way, and everyone gets married a different way, but that's the joy of it. She has one more question. If you could whisper something to your future selves on your 50th anniversary, what would it be? She's really hoping for
God, Marissa.
some inside secrets here. 50 years from today. So you'll be 90. I don't know your age, but I'm okay. I was going to go down, but
oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's hard. Okay. I feel like we're in like a Drag Race finale.
Yeah. What would you say to yourself? Yes. I wish I had a picture, and I should have gotten an AI photo of you at 90 and 95.
Oh my gosh.
What would you say?
Oh my God.
Mama Roo.
I don't know, actually. This is really tough.
Hard-hitting journalism over here.
Yeah.
Truly.
Because you don't know it's forward, it's not backwards. So it's like you don't know what's going to happen in the next 50 years. Obviously lots of love, but like it's life. Who knows where you're going to go?
Yeah.
Her final question, which friend or family member understood the assignment and stole the show? Fashion-wise, I think. Obviously you two stole the show.
There were a few.
I love that. I love that.
Raina's dress.
Yeah, Raina looked stunning. Tracy looked incredible.
Who's Raina?
She is one of my best friends, but she did the she like did Sage before cleared the space, but she wore this like super shiny thing. So we were pulling up it was like almost like a disco ball.
Yeah,
like the sun was hitting. I was like, that's amazing.
That's incredible.
So his aunt. There were so many people who looked amazing. Like people really turned it out.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna send you a lot of photos.
I cannot wait.
Actually, I had the winner.
Who?
It's my grandma.
Oh yeah, actually.
So I wouldn't know,
okay,
but
grandma.
So because my grandma loves Project Runway. So do I. We always talk about fashion together.
I heard Tim Gunn's not coming back.
I know.
How do you leave that job?
Yeah.
I'm available. I don't know how to sew.
Like,
I'm available. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah, there's like someone else that
can
do that. I'll just be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, you both watched Project Runway.
So then I was like, oh my God, I know what the best way. She like loves making her own clothes. Right? Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Mood and like get her like really, really nice fabrics. And, like, then shipped it to her, and then she like. So then we would have calls like consultations. She's like, what do you think?
As she made it.
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, what do you think of this shape or what do you think of this shape? But I was like, she did that for. She made everything she wore all weekend.
Every dress.
So wow. It sounds like she was definitely MVP. Yeah, every outfit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And the fact that you bought the fabric and like worked on it together.
Yeah, there would be like nightly like FaceTimes where I could barely see. I was like, I need to teach you how to hold this camera.
But she delivered.
She delivered. It looked amazing.
She really did.
She would be my top one.
Grandma for the win. I love that. Well, this has been such a joy. I cannot wait to share the pictures, the mood board, all of your planning tools, the pictures of all of that. Where can people find you?
I am Khasan B84 on everywhere.
That's KH.
KHASAN B84.
Yes.
And I'm JSilver79, JAY Silver79.
Did you both just have your birth years in there without even like just both who you are?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I think I've always had that since AOL.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you changed it.
I always have had my birth year.
AOL.
What's an easy way?
R.I.P. Right. Did you ever do the mail for mail chat in AOL?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes. I did it like.
Hopefully you're in group 1 and chat 1.
I hopefully it was like supposed. I was like probably too young to be doing it, and I learned later in life that my older brother, my stepmom, like went down to the computer and saw that I was chatting in a mail for mail group, and I was probably like 13 or something.
Yeah.
And he lied for me, and he was like, "No, it's an American Idol chat. Jove just loves American Idol," because I was like deeply closeted in super religious household,
really
and I found out later that he like covered my AOL chat game.
And that's not the same as cargo?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No.
If it was him, then I would say he should.
That he could wear a cargo. Right. Wow, you would let him do that?
I mean,
it is big.
That's
it is. It bought me another 10 years to come out. So like the fact that she believed it. No, he's not talking to men. He's talking about Kelly Clarkson.
I mean,
he's still straight. I mean, of course, she's iconic. Like I'm sad she wasn't on your list, but I guess Beyonce is.
We
love
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
she's the best. Well, this has been so much fun, and congratulations again.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah. And now it's time for Ask Jove. I couldn't be more excited to be in studio with my dear friend Sloan. Sloan for Ask Jove. What do we have today, Sloan?
We've got a West Coaster.
Oh, thank God.
Emily is writing from Seattle.
Seattle. Cold and rainy like today in New York.
But tomorrow, not.
No, we're getting like a hot day.
Give it to me.
HOTTOGO.
It'll be great.
I'm ready.
All right.
Short shorts. Oh my gosh. Okay, focus.
Bare your legs.
Focus on rainy Seattle and a warm cup of coffee.
Yes. My future husband and I were previously married and have teenage kids.
Mm-hmm.
Our wedding would be a second celebration and ceremony. So how do we make it special for us and for some of our guests that were also at our previous weddings? Is there etiquette regarding second weddings that we should know about?
I love second weddings. And third weddings are even more fun.
Even more fun.
Like maybe this is controversial to say because we don't encourage divorce at Jove Meyer, but you should do you. And if the first one didn't work, you are entitled to a second one.
You're entitled to as many weddings as you want.
As many as you want. As many as you can find.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, good for you. So I would say I love second weddings because there's almost a freedom because you did all the things you're supposed to do. At your first wedding that society wants you to do, maybe your religion wants you to do, your family wants you to do, you think you have to do. I have to wear white. I have to walk down an aisle. I have to play Pac-Bell Canon C. I have to, you know what I mean? Like there's so much pressure of what it has to be. The second time I find it's like there's a freedom.
Yeah.
And you kind of do what you want. You're a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Yep.
And if you're both second time wedding, you're not a guest, you're not an attendee, wedding.
Couple?
Second time wedding.
Second time to be wed.
To be weds round 2. If you are to be weds round 2 together, that's even more exciting because there's less pressure for, like we have a couple right now, he's been married before, she has not. And so obviously he wants not to diminish her first wedding.
Right.
Or taint it with thoughts of, you know what I mean? But like for them, they're both on round 2, which is like a freedom. So I don't think there's any etiquette. I say if you feed people and drink people and have a good time, that's the etiquette.
Yep.
But now you get to do whatever the fuck you want.
Go for it.
You're adults.
Have fun.
Second time around, like enjoy it. Like if you want to have fried chicken and ribs, have fried chicken and ribs.
Hell yes.
You want to have like a country hoedown barbecue, do it. You want your friend to marry you in your backyard? Do it. Like,
Great.
Do whatever you want to do. The teenage kids, I'm curious how they feel. I hope they like each other. Sometimes like family blending is complicated.
It's really complicated.
But like ask them if they want to be involved. Now they have a voice. Now they have opinions. Now they have thoughts. When at your first marriage, maybe they were younger or they didn't exist. So there's a lot of new dynamics that are here. And I'm curious also who's paying for it. Because sometimes your first go round,
maybe parents.
There's family money if you're lucky. The second time they're like, nope, you spent all that piggy bank. Or if you're really lucky, they're like, we got another piggy bank.
Don't worry.
So I would say like in my mind, there's no etiquette. There's just freedom.
Yeah.
That I think you should have at your first wedding too. Let me say, I don't think your first wedding.
But there does seem to be a little more external pressure.
Yes.
I think you take people's opinions and preferences into hand a bit more.
Yes.
So
we did a second wedding in Spain and it was amazing because they were older, they had kids and they were like, we just want a big party. She was like, I've been married before.
Yeah.
I don't need all that fuss.
Exactly.
And I was like, great. It's like you took the training wheels off. You know what I mean? Like you learn a lot when you plan a wedding about yourself, about your partner, about your family, about
all
everything.
the dynamics that go into it. Yeah.
Yeah. And how much you care about glassware and flatware or don't care about it. So I think the second time around, it's like focus on the fun, focus on what matters.
And focus on you as a couple now. Like,
yes.
Let the past be the past.
You are not a 21-year-old or 25-year-old. Like you have teenage children. So we are older, we are wiser, hopefully. And we want to do it our way.
Love it.
Throw the rules out the window. Have fun.
Just totally have fun.
And the people that love you, and they're going to show up and support you. And the people that don't,
bye.
Bye. Like,
don't need you
sorry
here.
about it. Like, you're, we don't need that energy in the room. So I don't know. If I had a second wedding, no, I'm just kidding.
One thing that I do often think about is like how special it would have been to have our child present at our wedding. And so I feel like there's some whatever the relationship is between the children and between your families blending together, there's something so special about having them there to like witness you. That. Yeah. Making a commitment.
A decision to commit 100%.
It's so special.
It is interesting that you see it from that kind of perspective, because obviously you had your daughter after you were married, but it is really beautiful.
It is.
And don't get photo, get video, get glam. Like, don't minimize your second celebration because it's your second or third or fourth, whatever. Like, still do the thing and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And send us photos.
We're so excited for
Teenagers at weddings, they're either super awkward or like coming of
totally
age.
Into it.
It's like, you know, like they're in a tuxedo or not, looking all awkward or looking all handsome and like trying to steal a drink at the bar. Like, it's a vibe.
It is a vibe.
I'm here for it.
I also love whenever they're like, oh no, you should wear this. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. So it's really cute to see them kind of like step into that role.
Yeah, like discover who they are.
Yeah.
I'm here for this. Congratulations on your second wedding. May it be the best one yet.
Yes.
Don't forget to send your questions. Again, any questions, send them our way to hi@jovemeyer.com, and maybe I will answer them on air. If you can, send a voice memo. I love to hear your voice.
Our wedding day was perfect, but 18 months ago, I was overwhelmed, behind, and buried in spreadsheets with 300 tasks ahead of me. Then I found Pearl Planner. Now Pearl Planner gets everything out of my head and off my list. It's like having a type A best friend who helps you plan your wedding, except she's powered by AI, so you won't wake her up when you message her at 3 a.m. I just answered a few questions and boom, vision board, personalized checklist, tailored to my style, my budget, and my venue. No more spreadsheets I forget to update, no more sticky notes stuck to my dog. Everything is in one place and it actually makes sense. This morning I said, Pearl, my mother-in-law added 7 more guests. Help. Pearl just took care of it so I could take care of myself. When I want to check things off, I do. When I don't, I just ask Pearl AI to help. Dress recs? Done. For me, my bridal party, my cousin who insists on statement sleeves? Handled. Need help wording your invitation? Pearl's got it. Need honeymoon recs? Already packed my sunscreen. And because Pearl's connected to David's Bridal, every purchase earns me diamond points. So yeah, I'm literally planning my way to a free honeymoon. Planning doesn't feel like a second job anymore, it feels fun. Pearl Planner. Wedding planning powered by AI, fueled by love. Start planning now for free.
Weddings-ish! Thank you again for listening or watching Weddings-ish with Jove. If you liked today's episode, please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're also super grateful to Mel Flannery for the music on the podcast. She created, produced, and designed all of the music. And don't forget, you can watch Weddings-ish with Jove on Love Stories TV, YouTube, or streaming TV channel. Visit lovestoriestv.com/live for the list of streaming apps. Weddings-ish.